So, what's your biggest weakness? It's the interview question most people dread. Hi, this is Charlie from Career Factory, and today we're going to flip the script on this challenging question and explore how acknowledging weaknesses isn't about exposing flaws. It's about demonstrating self-awareness and growth. Let's look at strategies to identify, navigate, and articulate your areas for improvement in ways that actually strengthen your professional brand. Here's something counterintuitive. The strongest professionals aren't those without weaknesses. They're the ones who understand and manage their limitations effectively. Think about it. We all have blind spots and areas where we're not naturally strong. The difference between average and exceptional professionals isn't the absence of weaknesses, but how they approach them. The most successful people don't deny their weaknesses or try to hide them. Instead, they develop self-awareness, implement strategies to manage their limitations, and continuously work on growth areas that matter most to their goals. So how do you identify your real weaknesses? Not just surface-level issues, but meaningful areas for growth. First, look for patterns in feedback you've received throughout your career. Are certain themes recurring across different roles or relationships? These patterns often point to genuine development areas. Second, examine situations where you feel most stressed or frustrated. These emotional triggers often reveal limitations in your skill set or approach. Third, consider what you avoid. We naturally procrastinate or delegate tasks that align with our weaknesses. What responsibilities do you consistently push to the bottom of your priority list? Finally, think about overused strengths. Sometimes our greatest weaknesses are actually strengths pushed too far. For example, attention to detail becomes perfectionism, or confidence becomes stubbornness. Once you've identified your weaknesses, you have three strategic options. First, you can navigate around them. This means structuring your work and environment to minimize the impact of your limitations. If you struggle with detailed administrative tasks, you might implement systems that help you manage them more effectively. Second, you can improve them. Some weaknesses are worth addressing directly, especially if they're central to your role or aspirations. This requires targeted development, not trying to overhaul your entire personality. Third, you can compensate for them. This involves building relationships with people whose strengths complement your weaknesses. The most effective professionals don't excel at everything. They build networks and teams where different strengths combine. The key is deciding which approach makes sense for each weakness. Some limitations are worth investing significant effort to improve, while others can be effectively managed or complemented by others' strengths. Now, how do you discuss weaknesses in professional settings, especially interviews? The key is being specific and situational. Avoid generic statements like, "I'm a perfectionist," or "I tend to work too hard." These come across as inauthentic and raise more questions than they answer. Instead, focus on the following. 1. A specific situation from your past where you faced a real challenge. 2. How you recognized it as an area for improvement. 3. What concrete steps you took to address it. 4. How you manage it now. For example, instead of saying, "I struggle with public speaking," you might say, "Early in my career, I noticed I would get very nervous when presenting to senior management. I recognized this was limiting my effectiveness, so I joined a speaking club and volunteered to lead more team presentations. While I still get butterflies before big presentations, I've developed preparation strategies that help me deliver clear, confident messages. Last quarter, I successfully presented our quarterly results to the board." Understanding and navigating your weaknesses isn't about focusing on negatives. It's about demonstrating emotional intelligence, self-awareness, and a commitment to growth. Remember, nobody expects perfection. What they do expect is honesty, self-knowledge, and a proactive approach to development. This week, I challenge you to identify one area where you struggle and create a specific plan to navigate, improve, or compensate for it. Your career resilience will grow not from pretending to be flawless, but from acknowledging your full professional self, strengths, weaknesses, and everything in between. Don't forget to check out this book, Future-Proof: Build a Career That's You, for more in-depth guidance on creating a sustainable, authentic career path in today's changing workplace. If you found this helpful, hit subscribe for more authentic career development strategies. Download the free worksheet in the description to help map your own strengths and weaknesses more effectively. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.